Hello, hello, it's Ange with Dogwood Paper Arts, and I'm back to work in the altered book, and I'll tell you what, I've got a little problem. I had a page in here, wasn't this one of course, but pretend it was, and my elbow is still healing from when, oh you don't know, but I had a bicycle crash. Anyway, I tore my elbow up. It was very, very scabbed up, and it's taken a great deal of time to heal. Anyway, I put my elbow on the paper and there was some glue, and the glue stuck to a scab. Sorry. It's so gross, but anyway, I had to pull some pages because I bled on them, and so that left me with this craziness of a pocket here that I had to do something with. So I'm going to bring you along on this little journey to make a pocket page out of a page. And I have to flip it over because you see, this is where some of our papers were sitting. I've got to get that out of there. Let me get some little nippers. Here we go. Let's try this. So anyway, all grossness aside, my elbow is all bandaged up and it won't be bleeding on anything anymore. So originally I had this flipped over. There was a page here and I had a pocket behind it with that extra page. And then I had this fold-over pocket that went in here. We're going to keep the fold-over pocket. It just has a little weird shape to it now. But we're going to deal with that. But that's why I'm bringing you along, so you can see how I'm going to make this pocket. And because I have this torn paper in here, this will become a pocket also. But I'm thinking that it might just glue down here, and then this will be a closed pocket here. I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense. But we need some little doodads here. So let me get some doodads. Let's see. Not sure which doodads we need, if we want to use eyelets or brads. Eyelets or brads. Eyelets or brads. I think we might just use brads. It's so much easier. Oh, I have these really nice fall colory ones. Where'd the other one go? They're very thick, but they're very cool. I like them. I think that's what we use. Okay, so we've got that figured out. Now, first let's cover this piece a little bit, because I have all this stuff on it that, of course, you won't. Well, you might see a little bit of it, so we're going to go ahead and cover some of it. I have some of this green, but I have a cut piece. Here we go. So we'll flip it over like so, like this, and we'll trace around it. Wish I could find my other pencil. Well, we have to do what we have to do here. So I'm just tracing that page. I hope. Yep, I did. Okay. So that's going to be the inside of that pocket. We're just going to make it bright and happy. Oh. It does not have to be perfect. Obviously, I'm cutting it not perfect. Throw those over there because they're kind of odd sizes. And that little tiny piece is going to the trash. Okay, so this is just going to be an inside job. Oh, we need to cut the bottom off a bit. It's going to go on the inside here and just kind of cover that a little bit just to make it look a little neater. Okay. I'll find my other pencil. It's driving me nuts. I know it's here. I was just going to work on this a while by myself, and then I got to this where I'm really messed that up by, you know, pressing my hurt elbow on the page and sticking it to glue. So, silly me. Goofy thing to... Oh, you know, just some days. Some days goofy stuff happens. But, anyway, I am glad to be back. I took a lot of the week off because I had pre-made all my videos last week, and so I had a lot of the week off. And, yeah, it was very, very nice. Got a lot done. Been working on family tree, mine and some others. Yeah. And got these new Pro Tools with my oh, you know what? I bet I was supposed to... No, goes in this one and that one. Okay. Never mind. We're okay. Now, if you get a bunch of pages that are kind of bunching up on you, you can go ahead and press them down and just kind of soften them up a little bit there. So when you fold this over and glue it, it will stay. But I think what I'm going to do is glue just the, like I said, just the bottom. But we'll see here in just a second. Okay, now let's work on this page. We know we're going to have a circular thing over here with a brad in it. So let's get our little brad maker. Ah, there it is. Now, it's going to go right about there. So I need to switch that to the big hole. And I'm doing it sideways so I can get it down in there. Right there. That's where it's going to go. So my first job to do is to glue this guy down. And secure it so that it's out of our way. Okay, that is out of our way. Now, let's go ahead and get this covered. And what color are we going to cover it with? We have green in there. I think we have some orange and some pumpkins. And I think maybe we'll go ahead and bring the fall leaves up to the front of this one. So once again, we're going to tuck this in to the side of the book here. And we're going to trace around it. Now that's okay up there. Yeah. Looks like the pencil is working. We like that. There we go. Oh, no, I'll draw the hole. We'll punch the hole after we get it glued on. Now this was a no-name paper that I got from Amazon. It is supposed to be a 12 by 12, but honestly it's not 12 by 12 inches. It's 11 by 11, which is fine with me. You know, I'm just using it here in this book, and so that does not matter. Cutting a little off there. I'm going to cut a little off the back. Perfect. Is it perfect? It is perfect. Look at that. I don't need to cover the whole inside, but I wanted to because I just felt like it needed, if I would, you know, just in case I leave this side open too. But we'll see. Okay, so this can go on the outside or the inside. I think we'll go ahead and put it on the outside. It looks pretty nice on the outside. I like it. So let's do that. And then on the inside we'll put something else. I know, it's a weird little pocket, isn't it? It'll come together though. It won't always be a weird little pocket. It'll be a secret pocket. We all like our little secret pockets, don't we? What you got a secret about? I got a secret about a pocket. A what? A pocket. I have a pocket secret. And what, my dear, is a pocket secret? Well, it's a very secret pocket inside of a very pretty journal. And journal makers like to include them as part of their product. And if the secret pocket is missing, the journal might not ever come together. Ever. Oh, you know what? I wanted to make that a little bit longer and I forgot. I made it a little longer, but I didn't want it to be that long. I didn't want it sticking over the edge there. Okay, so I did want to make this a little longer to close this pocket. But we'll do that. We'll figure that out. Yeah, I think we'll do it with this. Go. Fold that in half. Perfect. Well, it might not be perfect. I'm hoping it's perfect. Going to trim that just slightly right here. And just slightly right there. Just makes it a little bit better for closure. And bulk, a little bit of bulk can really bulk something up. So we take out as much bulk as we can. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the inside of this pocket, right here. And now we're going to cover the inside of this pocket. But before I do, I need to get that hole poked back in there so I can see it from the other side. It's not exactly it, but it's there. That's all we need, and we need to know it's there. Okay, so now we need to cover in here a little bit, and this back part back here. So we want something pretty in there. Maybe something that allows us to see in the pocket a little bit better. Like maybe this on one side. Okay, cut that off just a bit. So I think that will do. Don't need much of that because it's on this back part. So do you other states do you have like covered bridges that you can go visit? I would love to make it around to all the covered bridges we have here in Oregon. They have a tour, and we've done a lot of them. When we used to motorcycle ride, we'd go around and always take a lesser known highway so we could cross a covered bridge and get a picture of us on the motorcycle, of course. But yeah, we have quite a few of them around here actually. It's really quite nice. Got to cover with that a little bit of orange there. Okay, now we need to poke the hole again. So I'm going in this way this time. Looking for my punch. There it is. This is going to go in here. And you know what? I should have put this in before I put this on, because now I got to cover that. Oh darn it. Oh darn it, Angela. But we need to make some circles. We can make giant circles or little circles. I'll make these. This size is good. So we need 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. love covered bridges. We have one here in town that I don't know where it used to cover. They call it the Weddell Bridge, so I'm not sure where it was at, really. We used to have covered bridges up where the dam is. I think there was two up there. One where the dam crosses and where the dam is built, and then one at the other end where it used to go up to the old mining city of Quartzville. Okay, so here's this one that I've got all sticky now. Sheesh. What is wrong with me today? I'm a glue monger. You'd think I really like glue or something. Oh, and I should have used the other glue. It dries faster. And it would have dried a little harder. This dries more flexible. So I'm going to push that in there and do that. I should have put something under it, but I think it'll be okay. I left it loose enough, it should be alright. Now I gotta cover those because I did not think of that. See. Oh boy, that almost would have worked. Maybe just to there. Yeah, let's just go this way. I'm just covering as much of the area as I can so that the paper will still slide in. And we can cover up the brad. Don't forget to cover the brad. Okay, and I did. And she did forget. Just clip that off there, clip that off there, run some glue. So hopefully you won't have to do this step. Oh my goodness. Because you'll remember by seeing me having to fix it that you won't need to do that step to cover your brad. There we go. The reason I had to cover such a large area was so when paper goes in and out, it doesn't get caught up on this piece. If I'd have just covered right there, it would get caught. Okay, back page. Whew. Now, That will cover, almost covers that piece right there, but not quite. Darn it. Let's use this piece in here, like so. This is the inside of it. Weird shape, I know. I hope I've been on camera. I've been so busy down here concentrating. I haven't checked. Oh, well, if somebody gets mad at me, I'll know I was out of camera. Okay, this is going to go there. But before we do that, we're going to have to get this piece finished. Now, I was just tucking this in to make it a little thicker right there where the brad's going to go through. So I'm going to cover that. Just like so. And going to, this is the inside. That's the piece that's got to get glued on after this hole gets in. So let's do the outside piece. Secret pocket, secret, very secret. Does that mean this should be covered with this? Or should we cover it with this? Let's do this. This is just like, it's just fancy. It's just fancy Nancy. Okay, so I'll have to do it this way. Yes, because this is a double-sided paper, so that will work. Something like that. Might be off a little bit. I don't know. Got lots of nice little pieces for clusters. Of course, I won't make that many clusters, but there we go. Cluster, cluster. We need to do a cluster exchange, which means we don't make clusters, but we exchange papers to make clusters. This side up, that side down. There. Gotta trim this just a little bit right here. Just so it looks a little neater. Neater, please. Okay. And then a little bit right here. I don't really like how I cut that. Might be that my pocket's just slightly off. now it is off. More than slightly. It's okay. We're going with it. Go with the flow with it. Sorry this is taking so long. But when I'm done, you're going to have a really cool pocket that you can make faster on your own book. Because you won't make mistakes like I did, because I made them for us to begin with. Okay. This is going to go on here like this. Okay? So let's do that next. It's going to be hot weather. I'm not thrilled. Okay. Oh, Ange. Oh, Angie, what you doing? Turn this. I've got glue everywhere. Can you imagine? What was I thinking? Okay. Now, we got that part. I probably glued this all together. Let's get this yellow on here. So it looks better. And go along this edge, just in case a little bit of that sticks out. That way it will be covered. Okay, now we need to cover this piece up here, but before we do that, we need to put in the hole for this guy. Oh my goodness! I can't have a green and a green. I can have this. Yes. Look at there. That'll work, won't it? Would you just sit there and dry for a moment? Okay. Alright. So this little piece is going to come across right about here. So right about where that dot is, just offset of it, will be this one. So let me put one in here. Oh goodness sake, Ange. No, that's way too crooked. Yep, I think right there. Okay. And I'm going to turn this way because I've got to see this side of it. And there it is. See? We got it. Yoo-hoo, yoo-hoo. Okay, let's put that in there. I know it is like way crooked. There. Look how crooked it is. It's all right. It likes to be that way. Okay, this piece is going to go right on there to cover that brad right up. And oh, my glue is so gluey, guys. Gotta clean up the bottle. Gosh, I am so sorry this is taking so long. I thought this would like be a 5-minute excursion through Fix-It Land, but man, I was wrong. Might have to trim a little bit of that off. That's okay. I think I trimmed some of that off a little bit ago. There. Now it won't get caught up on other papers and stuff too. Okay. Now, one last thing. We got to cover some of this inside, at least down to this pocket. You know, right about there. What do I have that we could use that would make it a little brighter in there, but not the same? I have that off color. Let's go with this one. I like this. Okay, so we'll put this like this. We'll go around it right here to right here. Uh-oh. I cut it the wrong direction. No. I need it to go this way. Well, I have one for somewhere else now, don't I? Cut it the wrong direction. There. We're making more cluster pieces, that's for sure. Okay, now let's try it. Aha! There we go. That works. And I suppose we better give it some orange coating so it doesn't look like it was just tossed in there on top of things. We've had somebody going around starting fires. Boy, they've been right on top of them, I'll tell you. Thank goodness, because they're just up at around the lake area. What is wrong with people, you know? It's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. All right, my friends. So, that does that. Now, this pocket here. Do you want that on the outside or the inside? We'll go the inside. It'll be right here. So this piece is going to get glued. going to glue down here, like so. And we are going to clip this for a little bit. And here. And here. We're going to clip it really good. There. One more. Just because it's such a big pocket area. And then after this dries, we'll glue this to here, and this will just be a slip-in. But let me go get a string for here. I do have a wax one that we could use. But let me see what else we have. Ooh. I have some Halloween baker's twine. How about that? Or fall, I should say. Not necessarily Halloween. Oh, I can't remember who asked me if I was going to make a Halloween. I did get some Halloween paper, and it is really awesome. So I'm going to make something Halloween, but I'm not quite sure what it is yet. I think it might be like more like a tag book. I don't know. I might use my big tags. That would be very cool. Okay. That makes a nice little bump under there, doesn't it? And then this will go up here, like so. Maybe. And then this will go back. And then this will hang down, like so, with a charm on it. Okay. Think it's dry enough? I don't know. Now we're going to glue just the bottom to here, right to here. And that will keep this out of sight, out of mind, which is the guts of the book. You've got to get the guts out of there. Okay, now I hope this will work, but I am going to have to leave this glued for a little while, and I'm going to make it a little bit thicker than I actually would normally, so that it holds, because it's not going to be a full glue. It's just going to be a glue on this portion of the pocket. There we go. So we're going to hold that down. Let me put one way over here. Kind of scooching that around with when you put these in, you start seeing that they're gapping or gaping in places like here. So then you can straighten this up and get it to glue a little bit better right through there. Okay, now when we come back, I will probably have a piece of washi tape right here and a piece of washi tape here, and that will just hold this hinge in better. But look what we have. We have a, oh, that one did not seal. It wasn't dry enough, so let's go ahead and put in a little bit more glue. Like so. Glue it up. Yeah, it's just going to have to sit with glue for a little bit, you guys, and then we'll play with it later. We're not going to play with it right now. Okay, we're going to let it sit, and then we'll play with it. Okay, so that is what we did for today. And I can't turn this because I've got this glued here. So, we're kind of stuck, aren't we? But you kind of get the idea of what's happening here now. And so we have a very unusual pocket in our very unusual journal, which is a unaltered book, of course. So it's not too unusual, but okay, that is all I have for today. I sure appreciate you hanging out with me. And I appreciate all of you being here too. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. And oh, everything's falling down over there. I got my new glue in. Yes. And I have some really cool Halloween paper. I can't wait to show it to you, but I'm going to surprise you with it in just another video. Let me get some of this picked up before I scooch away from my desk, because if I don't, I am going to leave myself a mess. Okay, so here we are, the incredible Mr. Pocket. Thank you for joining me, and when we come back, we'll see what this little guy looks like. See you then. Bye-bye.